Hello, everybody, and welcome to week 12 of the Coast to Coast Cup Series. Tonight, we are joined in Homestead-Miami Speedway for the second round of these playoffs. This is the second round of 3 in this group. Whoever earns the most points in these 3 races. This is obviously the second race, so these 3 races, whoever earns the most points, they will go on to the championship 4, top 4 in points. So right now, points up in the bottom right, qualifying underway. That's what the points look like going into this race. And we'll see how it shakes out tonight. Obviously, wins do not lock drivers in. So right now, Brian Martin, he is 1 spot out, 15 points behind the last driver in the championship 4 at the moment, who is Andrew Griesbaum. Blake Giglio leads them all. He's got 45 points over that cut line. See what kind of lap times these guys put in. Kenny Frisbee on screen, putting in his first lap. And first on the board, DG Swiss, quickly overtaken by Evers. Jesse J. Jones to the top of the board on his first lap. Homestead, one of my favorite tracks in real life. The multi-group racing you get is like no other track, really. Homestead's awesome. iRacing hasn't quite nailed the good parts of this track, I'll just say that, but it's still a good time. I think we'll still be in for a good race tonight. Davis Greenwald goes to the top of the board. Jones, second lap, 33.23. So that will have Greenwald remain on the top of the board with a 33.0. Griesbaum shortly behind with a 33.17. Michael Edwards to the top of the board on his second lap. Dave Hoytsman coming out for his first. Thomas Dilg, another one of our playoff drivers. As it was last week, all the playoff drivers will be highlighted with that white underline on the timing tower, so be on the lookout for that. Michael Edwards, Nick Leo, and Greenwald all in the playoffs, so they're up in that top 5 right now in qualifying. Hayden Lowell jumps to second, 7 thousandths behind Edwards. Take a look at Blake Giglio starting his first lap. Minute and 40 left, so he should have plenty of time to complete these 2 laps. First lap, 33.29 for Giglio. $32.91. So he'll go to 4th, and that should put Michael Edwards on the pole. Plus Vainoski can overtake him. He's the last driver out here, so he's got to put in a lap. And 33.50 will be Vainoski's time. So Michael Edwards going to take the pole position tonight at Homestead. We'll get ready for these drivers to take the grid. All right. Go for our grid for tonight's race. On the pole, Michael Edwards. As I've said already, 32.89. Very good lap from Michael right there. We'll see him start this race off from the front. Hayden Lowell going to start on his outside. So Hayden having some computer issues I've heard tonight, so we're going to be looking at him closely, seeing if he can stay in the race, see what happens with him. But he's going to start on the front row for now. Nick Leo going to start in third behind those guys. And then you got Blake DeLeo going to start fourth. Davis Greenwell going to be starting fifth tonight. You got Dalton Hayes in sixth. Thomas Dill going to be starting seventh. Dave Hoytsma in eighth. Andrew Griesbaum in ninth. Ethan Evers in 10th. Jesse J. Jones in 11th. Jeff Price in 12th. Brian Martin in 13th. Then you got Casey Graves in 14th. Patrick O'Keefe 15th. DG Swiss in 16th. Kenny Frisbee in 17th. Brian Jackson 18th. Quinn Newton in 19th. Ian Montrose in 20th. Jonathan Rains in 21st. Jake Vanoski 22nd. Cliff Mullins 23rd. Andrew Beach 24th. And John Nackroach going to be starting 25th. Did not get a qualifying time in. So there's your 25 car field. Gonna be one pace lap here tonight. No EOLs, no penalties. Just gonna be a clean start. Okay. They're around their way out of turn 4. Pace car going to pull off, and we're going to be going on green right here.
Green flag.
And the green flag is out here at Homestead. And just about 4 wide there in 3 and 4. Luckily, everybody gets through it. And, oh man, we're losing some cars in the back. I was wondering why there was only 20 cars out there. Sorry about that, everybody. Nope, that's nope. Oh man. Oh man, we're gonna get this. Okay, there we go. There's everybody. Okay. That was a scuffed first lap. But Hayden Lowell out front early. Was able to take that first position from Michael Edwards. Mike might just be trying to save right here. Speaking of saving, there's Blake DeLeo in third. You got Dalton Hayes there in fourth. They're still battling around here around 10th. I think that middle lane going to be preferred tonight. Bottom's going to be better for saving tire, but once it heats up, you're going to want to move up a lane probably. That's from somebody who only ran some laps in testing to make this setup, so it's kind of an unknown what it's going to do on a long run once it gets heated up. Oh man, Vanoski down the inside got some heavy damage on that left front. What happened there? Quick replay. Like he's going to get loose. And the thing continues getting loose and he gets way down there. That's what happens to the 48. They're still battling here around 10th. Just about 3 wide there with Jeff Price and Swiss. Back up front, Michael Edwards, Hayden Lowell battling for the lead. And Edwards going to lead that lap. So if he didn't get a lap led at the start, he led one there. Get those extra 5 bonus points. That's huge for the playoffs. Hayden Lowell not in the playoffs, so he's a non-factor for Michael right now. Except for when he needs to get behind the lead a lap. Dave Hoisma up here to 8th. Oh, got really loose there in 3 and 4. Did a good job saving it. He will lose 8th to Evers. Freeze bombed out of the inside. Evers, not a great finish last week at Watkins Glen. Same with Edwards. So those two going to be looking to get a good finish here at Homestead. One bad finish in 3 races isn't going to kill your playoffs. But 2 bad finishes in the three race playoff definitely could hurt you pretty bad. So they're going to need a pair of good finishes here to close out these 3 races. Brian Martin looking to the inside. Nick Leo ran the fastest lap of the race right there. Front, Hayden Lowell still out front of Michael Edwards. And Dalton Hayes, like a bit of a crossover right there. Patrick O'Keefe way to the inside. O'Keefe, our winner last week at Watkins Glen. Was a pretty crazy race there. If you missed that one, make sure to watch it after this. These guys definitely struggling with the handling on these things. Sun coming down. Track's going to cool off a little bit. It already was pretty cool, but going to come down a few more degrees now that the sun's not beating down on it. Oh no, who we got down there? Nick Leo down to the inside wall. Maybe got loose again right there. He's going to recover. Falls back to 7th. Evers might have had a piece of that as well. Neither of them looks like have damage, so could have just been some contact. The 3 wide here, around 11th. Freezebomb and Jones fighting for 10th right here. Pretty clean to start this race. And that's par for the course for this season. Pretty much all of the mile-and-a-halfs have gone relatively green to start out, at least. The outlier being Kansas, but we don't talk about Kansas. Like Leo going back to the inside of Martin. That settles out 7th and 6th. Guys really getting up to that outside wall right now. And they should make around 45 or 50 laps on a tank of fuel, depending on what gear they're running, how much they're shifting. I'm assuming most of these guys are shifting down the 4 corners, but You never know. Somebody could be trying that fuel save strategy. Freeze bomb looks like gets around Evers. Freeze bomb, our Atlanta winner, final race of the regular season, got him into the playoffs. Now looking to hold on to it. He's fourth in the playoffs right now. Got 15 points on Martin, who is 2 spots ahead of him. So right now probably still has that. Oh. Dalton Hayes down to the bottom of the racetrack. File back in line. Drivers wanting Blake Giglio to do a drive-through at halfway. Now, the joke is he's too fast, apparently. But no, he's in third right now. Although these two in front of him, I think, have been burning off their tires. Looks like Jonathan Rains gets spun on the front stretch. It's not going to be a caution, nobody around. We're going to take a look at what happened here. Janowski and Rains get together. And as there was no cars around, iRacing does not throw the caution. That will put Jonathan Rains, our first car lap, down. Not in a bad situation yet. If caution comes down, he'll be the lucky dog. But he might have a meatball here, so he might have come down pit road. Up front, Giglio has caught these front two. When does he make the move? Drivers having some discussion about that not being a caution. The 5 thought he should have had a caution there. And, some other drivers not happy with it, I guess. I don't know. Still some racing going on up front. Michael Edwards has since fallen a few tenths behind Giglio, who has since gotten around him. Now Giglio has his sights set on the leader, Hayden Lowell.
Push. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna be
awfully
mad,
close on entry right there.
but I made the car drive better. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm getting extremely aero tight. I didn't mean to get into you, Andrew. I'm sorry.
As she's heading toward the back, Hayden Lowell runs the top, Giglio down to the bottom. Hayden going to try to use the top lane to defend, and it's going to work pretty well right there. Gets a good run up the corner and pulls a couple car lengths. But Hayden only about halfway through this run, so he's got to be careful here with his tires. This is about the point in the run where the next gen starts to turn if you weren't nice to your right rear or right front. Oh, right there, he gets in the wall. Kept up his momentum, doesn't hurt him at all. Going on around 6th. Brian Martin trying to defend this position. There's a lot of Artemis cars in the top 6. 4 of the 6 are Artemis Esports. But they are having a swell night right now. Davis Greenwell, not sure if it was this week. But take it right on board, we'll see. Okay, next week. I was going to say, he did let me know he's going to be on a controller next week, as he will be out of town, so. I thought it was this week for a second. I was very impressed, but I'm still impressed. Running there in 4th, trying to get past his teammate in the 53.
By the way, 92.
Pick the 92 doing a little bit of blinking back here. We'll see where he pops back in.
Still gone.
Giglio still has not gotten by Hayden Lowell. Hayden doing a great job defending right now. Just worried how long he's going to be able to hold on to this. Those tires are absolutely screaming right now with him running the top, but so is Giglio. So if he can bait Blake into burning his tires off too, he might be able to hold on. We'll see.
Still gone.
He's running right on that outside wall. Blake trying to get out of the dirty air, runs a lane lower than Hayden. Blake tried to get to the bottom right there. Got a better run through 3 and 4, but once again, that momentum from the top lane allowed Hayden to drive off the corner. Hayden gets in the wall. That's going to allow Blake to have... Oh, no, Blake gets loose. Saves it, but he's not going to be happy about that. I think he's going to think Hayden crowded him down, which he might have. I'm not sure. Don't want to call that in the moment. I don't think he's going to give him as much room when he gets back to him. As it looks like we have lost...
Ryan, you got a copy?
But Dave Hoytsma has scored 6 laps down, so I think he might have called it a night. Patrick O'Keefe is 2 laps down. So the internet monster might have gotten him this time. Now 3, so he's 92 looks to be out of this one as well. 23 cars left on track.
You're an idiot. How can you do that? How do you do that?
And it looks like we had a wreck in the back.
Sorry, 47.
Replay on screen, 48 and 5 once again.
Good. I held on.
The 5 comes down into the 48 and turns him into the outside wall.
What was that?
So that's going to be our first caution of the night. And the 48's not happy with him, understandably. All right. All right. Come down pit road. Hayden Lowell leads him down. Like everybody coming down. Yep, every car in the lead lap. Oh, 92 didn't come down right there. Oh, he's 2 laps down. That's right. And he will get the lucky dog since the 5 was involved in the caution. All right, Giglio wins the race off pit road. Hayden falls back to 3rd. As Michael Edwards gets by as well. So not sure if he had a bad entry to his box or exit, but he'll lose those 2 spots. Yeah, he had almost 2 seconds slower in total down pit road than Giglio and Edwards, so that's where he lost that time. Now, it's worth mentioning, Giglio and Edwards both had very good pit roads. Giglio looks to be the fastest out of anybody. Edwards tied with him, so those two both were fastest on pit road that time by, even with a slower pit box time. I'm sorry, time's coming in. Griesbaum had the fastest total pit road. So that's your winner on pit road. I think we should show that more often. It's interesting. All right, let's get a replay of that wreck once again while we're here. To the 5. Alright, so right here. See, the 5's looks to be off pace. I don't know if he's upset with the 48. Oh no, this is under caution, I think. Yeah, so this is when he is upset with him. So the 5 is weaving off the wall on the exit of the corner right there. And that's what's going to get him when they come off the 2 right here. The 48 tries to make the move to the bottom. Gives a wide berth. He is way down the racetrack, and the 5 just drives into his corner. I don't know if that was retaliation or what, but that was our first caution of the night. That is a shame. We had a nice run going there. Alright, we should be going green this time by. Giglio in control of the restart.
Ready, green flag.
Green flag in the air. Giglio with a good start. Hayden Lowell clears to second. Again, a good restart. He's going to run the middle, try to get the run off the corner right here. He pushed up the racetrack a little bit. Not a good run there for Lowell. Hayden way up to the wall right there. Battles going on everywhere. Casey Graves, one of those that was in position to win last week, got the pole at Watkins Glen, but the race just didn't end how he wanted to. The curb monster got him, and a couple other things as well. Giglio spinning across the track in front of him, and just not a good end of the race. So he's looking for some redemption this week, running there in 11th, still well within striking distance of that lead. See if he can make a charge to the front. Now Michael Edwards, Hayden Lowell side by side. Now Hayden jumps to the inside of Giglio. Last second dive. Hayden ran the fastest lap of the race right there, so he is pushing hard to get that lead. Now 3 wide, Giglio in the middle, Edwards on the bottom, Lowell on the top. 3 wide for the lead of the race. Homestead putting on a show right now. Giglio blinked a little bit right there. Oh man, they're getting dicey. As now the rest of the top 5 have caught them. Thomas Dilg runs the fastest lap of the race. You guys are ticking off real quick lap times. Looks like every single car that came down pit road took tires that last time by, so they're all feeling good, running real good laps. They got 4 extra sets total tonight, so they're not worried about tires. Gonna have looks like a one-stop race from here on out. Michael Edwards takes over the lead. As Lowell is falling back to 5th now. Gonna have to cool those tires down. Greenwell and Montrose. Greenwell trying to hold off that 99. Down goes to the outside of Hayden. The 20, not happy. Oh boy, Jeff Price on the wall. Oh no! I think that's Brian Martin. That was a big wiggle. He saved it. That was a skid mark moment. Literally. Guys are getting pretty spicy on the radio. unfortunately, it looks like the 92 was called it a night. I had those internet issues, went a couple of laps down. Might still be having them, so that could be the cause. Oh, the 56 and the 53 got close right there. Hayden thought he was clear, and he was not. Luckily, he realized at the last second. And those two escape. Oh, the 53. Little loose off 4. Now Hayden going to come up to the top lane where he seems to be comfortable here tonight. Up back to the mid-pack right here. Everybody's all over the place in terms of what lane we're running. Somebody's offline back there. Might have been the 48. He is having some trouble tonight. Not at the fault of his own. Does still have that fast repair, so he's not out of this thing yet. Frisbee in the wall right there. Oh boy. Got out of it. Dilg and Montrose battle for 5th. Rewall actually going to push the 99 into the corner. Jeff Price and Brian Martin. Battle for 17th. Oh boy. Lowell trying to get around Giglio. Pinching him up to the top. That's gonna anger some people here tonight. That's what the 20 was upset at him about. I mean, the favorite line tonight is the bottom, and Hayden does not want to run the bottom. So when you got people that want to run the bottom, and then you get to the bottom of it and force them up to the wall, it's gonna upset some people, and that's just how it is. They can't run the lane they want to. But, you know, one car's got to go somewhere, and one car's got to go the other. They can't go through each other. Now, Hayden trying to get a twofer right here. Goes to the bottom of the 69 of Leo. Not going to get there in time. Giglio back to the top again. Hayden a more conservative line that time. Didn't quite pinch up to the wall like he did previously. You can only do that so many times. Speaking from experience. Freeze Bomb and Hayes right here. Got Newton and Graves also side by side. DD Swiss on the wall. Pretty clean racing going on tonight, aside from the one caution. Guys have been racing pretty respectfully, I will say. Whether that's just from the car being unstable or... Oh no. 3 wide for second. Giglio throws it in on the bottom. Looks like he should be clear of both of those cars, and he will be. And then 56 going to get around the 69 on the outside. Tries to get to the top in 3. Not enough of a gap right there. Giglio was on top of it. But these two are fighting hard for second. Giglio does not want to let Hayden around again. He could not get by him the last time. And Michael Edwards just up here loving this. Looks to be saving some good tire. He's been on the bottom this whole run. Montrose trying to get around Nick Leo for 4th. But farther back, we got Griesbaum and Hayes still side by side. Also got Graves and Evers. Oh no, I think that was Dalton Hayes down to the bottom of the racetrack. See if we can find what happened to him really quick. Just got loose off too. That'll put him back in 9th, still in the top 10, but rear's tires are not going to be happy with him. Giglio and Hayden, sorry. Giglio and Hayden will back at it again. Giglio barely clears off the corner. Now Hayden probably going to throw in a slide job right here. Not quite, he'll run the middle. Oh man, now he's got Montrose to his inside. These guys are just letting Michael Edwards run away. And Montrose might have been clear of the 16, but didn't want to risk it. Hayden to the inside of the 99, throws it in on this quarter panel. Immediately apologizes on the radio. He backed off of it in time. Ian did a good job saving it, so everybody's going to survive. Griesbaum trying to get to the inside of Thomas Dill. And he does. Get up to 7th. Andrew Beach with a destroyed right front. What happened? Like it's gonna happen around here. Car steps out. Oh man, car just snaps up to the wall, destroys the right front suspension. Andrew Beach gonna have a meatball. Gonna take that fast repair. If he can get out in time, he should only lose a lap. If he's fast enough, he can stay out in front of the 5. Although he might have called it a night, so that might be it for Andrew Beach, unfortunately. Michael Edwards now out to a 2.5 over Giglio and Montrose. Leo about 8/10 behind those guys, and Hayden Lowe another 8/10 back. Then another 8/10 to Greenwell and Griesbaum. Giglio gonna try to hold off Montrose right here. I think his tires are all but spent trying to hold off the 56. I am really impressed with Michael Edwards right now. I mean, I'm sure Mike will agree. He's not known for his tire saving, but he has done a stellar job on this run. He saved a ton better, well managing his speed than the other guys. He ran the bottom. It's exactly where he should be. Obviously, Giglio starting to reel him in a little bit, but thus being 30 laps into this run now, we're going to be getting close to pit stops here, 10 or 15 laps. Somebody on pit road, looks like DG Swiss. He's got some right rear damage. He might have had a meatball, not sure. Could be a scheduled pit stop. He did take the fast repair. He's going to come back out of pit road, so I think just a scheduled stop there for the 26. Breezeball gets by Greenwell. He has slowly been clawing his way back up the running order. Giglio in the outside wall. That's going to cost him a spot, it looks like. Montrose moves back up to second. And these two have started reeling in Edwards. I might have broadcasters cursed him a little bit right there because he seems to be falling off with those tires. He's now moved up to the outside. That's not where he's been comfortable all night, so it's gonna take some getting used to. We're not real Cup Series drivers. We can't just throw it bottom to top with Kyle Larson and be fast everywhere. It takes some time to adjust. When you were running the bottom the last 30 laps, you're gonna need some time to adjust to running that outside wall. Breezeball and Greenwell on screen. And we're about halfway through this race. I'm sorry, hit halfway about 5 laps ago, but just past halfway in this race. Pit stops looming on the horizon. And up toward the leaders. Edwards' lead has all but disappeared. It's only a matter of time now, but Montrose and Giglio back at it again. That's going to cost them both time. Edwards, not a good corner right there. Giglio actually got to his inside for a second, but the outside going to get him the momentum off the corner. Oh man, they're 3 wide for the lead, I think. If I could get the camera up, there we go, 3 wide. Giglio to the inside. Montrose couldn't quite hold the speed on the straightaway. And Blake Giglio takes over the lead. I definitely cursed Mike right there. Almost the lap that I started talking about him doing good saving tires. He fell off a cliff. Jeff Price gets around Quinn Newton. Bring him off to the inside of Lowell. And he'll take over that spot. Hayden going to try to go back to the inside. He will. Now Brian Martin looks like he's got new tires. He came down pit road about 7 laps ago. He wants to get by these guys as quickly as possible. Oh, Edwards is struggling. He got the outside wall. He's going to need a fast repair right there. He's going to be pitting right here. Oh, man. Exact same thing that happened to Andrew Beach. He is still out of control. He doesn't have any steering. Oh, the 20 barely misses him. After that near miss, Michael Edwards definitely lost some time right there. He's going to need a caution to help him out, but assuming everybody cycles out on pit road right here, he should be okay. I think Leo might have got the outside wall right there. I heard somebody scrape it. Hayden actually back up to third, but he's made up some time since falling back. Cool off those tires. Dalton Hayes not happy on the radio. Let's see what happened. 53 tubs him on the outside. 47 gets loose. 53 also got loose, but that was a non-factor. Dalton did a good job saving it. But a lot of cars get loose here, but nobody really completely losing control. Obviously the 4 of Edwards thing got a little too out of shape on him, got a little crazy, and he got up in the outside wall. Same with the 71, he had that issue. Edwards is in a decent spot right now. He's first car lap down. That will change once people start pitting. But if caution were to come out right now, Michael Edwards would be in a decent spot. But he's hoping everybody cycles out and he gets back on the lead lap. Makes up some spots in the meantime. But he's going to be hoping for a caution later on in this thing. Davis Greenwell trying to hold off Nick Leo. Oh, Leo getting loose right there in turn 4. I thought he was going to go straight to pit road. It is very dark out here now. Lights should come on any second. Oh, they're on. All right. Michael Edwards on those new tires. You see him go by Nick Leo. I heard somebody call out there pitting. See if we can find who that was. Vinoski on pit road. Got Ethan Evers, Thomas Dill. I think that's the one I heard over the radio. Hayden Lowell says he's coming down this time. Right on board with him for this. He's coming in hot. Speed limit's 50. He was pretty fast coming in there. Did not pick up a speeding penalty though. Giglio says he's coming down. This is lap 48 of his run, so that's going to be about how many laps you can make on fuel, including the caution laps. Montrose going to stay out another lap. He'll get that lap led. Same with Greenwell. It's got to be at the limit of how many laps he can do on this fuel tank, though. Almost every other car has come down. About half the field. 20 car says he's coming in this time. I'm assuming Montrose will come with him. No, Montrose had another lap. I'm impressed. So here comes Greenwell. Greenwell was definitely hoping he could get a lap led from Montrose right there, but just could not make it as far as he could. Cliff Mullins right there coming out of his box. Montrose says he's coming in this time. There's Ian Montrose. Frisbee down as well. And Edwards going to take over the lead. But he did short pit heavily due to hitting that wall. And there's Giglio with 10 lap newer tires. He's going to drive right by Edwards. There's Montrose off pit road. Definitely lost some time staying out right there, but he will have those newer tires to come back up through the field. And looks like gonna come out in front of the 56, so he'll hold on to a podium. He's gonna have 3 lap newer tires in that 56 machine, so he should drive away from him, theoretically. Once those tires warm up, at least. Battling going on here around 11th. Bull does get by Montrose, so now Ian's going to have to go back through Hayden once his tires warm up. Giglio right behind Edwards. Didn't close as fast as I thought he would. I think Edwards pushed it pretty hard, trying to hold on to the track position. He's going to be hoping for a caution here. That's going to be his saving grace. He's got that winning speed. That one mistake's going to cost him here if he doesn't get that caution to save him. Still a good points day. I think the worst he could fall back to here is about 5th. But I don't think his tires are that bad compared to those guys. Two cars still out here on track, 21 of them on the lead lap. Bejnowski looks like he took the fast repair that last pit stop. Didn't get the caution he needed. Now we're going to be hoping for one. He is still on the lead lap, about 3 seconds ahead of those leaders, who, speaking of, Giglio has retaken the lead. Now Edwards has 4 seconds back to Hayden Lowell. Ian Montrose gets back by the 56. Didn't look like he put up much of a fight there. I think he knows he's got older tires. Gonna be better for the both of them if he just doesn't fight it. All right, well, everybody's spread out. We'll go ahead and go and crank it up here. Enjoy it.
Yeah, I know you're on a little bit pressure tires.
At my discretion, can two of you rank?
Not now. Don't wreck now.
Hang on, Jesse. I'll come back and get you.
When is your discretion?
My discretion is that I don't get involved.
As his teammate, I will happily involve him in that.
Well, your issue is you're running a Dean Thompson car.
So one person, Hallie Vegan, has more talent than me.
You know, Cliff just brought up a good point. Being in a Dean Thompson car, you would think we would be the Thompson.
Don't disrespect my sponsor like that.
Pretty sure he disrespected Dean Thompson, not Thompson.
Thompson is sponsored by Thompson 5 years. So yeah, he was disrespecting my sponsor.
Are they paying you?
Is Napa paying you?
Yes, Napa actually does do that.
I was going to say yes, they actually do pay you.
What do you mean they actually pay you? Hold on, what?
I am an employee of Napa Auto Parts.
That's what you call sucking up too much.
Was it Napa or something? What?
These guys yapping on the radio. Hope you enjoyed the cranking up. Giglio still out front, 3 seconds over Michael Edwards. Ian Montrose and Hayden Lowell have since ran Edwards down.
Better than having a company giving you a 10% discount code and calling it a sponsorship.
You hear that, Jesse?
You hear that, Cliff?
Oh,
You hear
Quinn
that?
Newton.
I don't know anyone.
Way out of shape. He saves
Sorry.
it. He's going to lose a spot to Jackson and Evers.
You're out there, bro. You didn't do anything to me.
Michael Edwards going to lose second and third.
Hey, look,
Fall
Ray's
back
never
to
got on
fourth.
my car, okay?
Just to reiterate,
Mike,
he does have
can you
those
make
older
it?
tires. That is why he's falling back at such a fast rate.
Clutching, bro.
About 25 laps to go. And Edwards is going to be close on fuel too. He does mention over the radio he's clutching it, so that's another thing he's going to have to worry about. He might fall back to back half of the top 10. Evers, Newton, Jackson, and Price all in the heated battle for 10th.
Sorry about that, dude.
Jackson got the outside wall.
That's on me.
Got some Greenwell, Leo, and Graves. I think Leo makes the move to the inside. Nick Leo gonna get by Davis Greenwell.
Thank you, Jake.
Back to the battle for 10th.
Bottling.
Hi.
Ian, if we bring back the two-car tandem, do you think we can catch them?
These guys right on the
Can he
outside wall.
politely? No.
I'm not used to seeing Quinn up there. I mean, he's a big dirt racing fan. Does some dirt racing here in iRacing. Not too much since that update they did a while back, but he still dabbles in it time to time, so I guess not too surprising to see him ripping that outside wall.
Kind of looks like he just politely put you in the wall.
That's why Homestead is usually pretty good for the dirt racers. Giglio, former pro driver in dirt, the sprint cars here in iRacing, so he's ripping that outside wall.
I definitely didn't touch him.
A lot
He was
like
on the
Kyle
inside.
Larson does in real life. It just
I have
plays
cars
to
with
those
stuff
guys
in.
that can hold a steady wheel, hold the car right on that wall.
He blinked.
Not burn
I
up
went
the
high.
tires.
I didn't know where he went, and he came back and was on the inside
And
of me.
it does
so I
transfer,
don't
surprisingly.
know what else I can really do there.
It was hard for me to see car numbers from back here, and I don't know what people's cars look like, so I had you all mixed up.
No, I got you. I got you.
Like,
Cliff, I will keep you out there.
battle for 17th. Swiss trying to hold off Frisbee.
That is an insult to being on the wall.
Quinn Newton right on the back bumper of Evers. He's trying to get this move done. I think that was Brian Jackson in the
I know.
wall
It's
again.
fucking hilarious. Isn't
He
it?
cannot stay out of it.
Are y'all hearing shit? Like, I hear 56 talking. There's no disrespect. The radio's bugged.
Evers has run down Dalton Hayes.
Yep, we got one.
Somebody down on the bottom of the track there. I'm not for sure who that was. Might have been, no, not Frisbee. Brian Martin. Front end is gone. What happened? Oh no.
Sorry, DG.
Alright, looking on board here. It's a replay with Brian Martin. Comes off 4, car snaps up to the outside wall and kills it. And we go back to live. And he already took his fast repair. So he's down there just making laps. His night's gonna be over. That could be the end of his. I mean, his points are gonna be in a bad situation after that. I hate to say it. He's had a really good season. But he was 5th coming into tonight. And when you're sitting right outside the cut line, you need another good finish to put yourself in a good spot. And right now, sitting in 22nd, that should be where he finishes.
David.
That's not at all what you want. So next week going to be a tough situation for him. Benoski, Jones, and Swiss battling
Yeah, I'm
for
all for
18th
that car.
right here. And it looks like some lead lap cars trying to get through them as well. Griezmann to the inside of the
It won't
48.
help me, except for probably getting me on the straight back, the later round. I don't really care about it.
Just because I'm sure you probably think that was intentional, Thomas. I got hit by the 88 coming out of the corner.
Somebody hard in the outside wall.
You mean you cleared yourself on the 88?
You guys are getting
Tomato,
spicy.
tomato.
We got beef. There's beef all over this racetrack.
That sounds like debris. We should have a caution.
But Newton, right front damage
Oh,
now.
Lucas, there's a ton of beef around turns 1, 2, 3, 4, back and front stretch. We need caution. There's a lot of beef.
Take a
on
look
the
at what
racetrack.
happens. This is a replay. Looking at the 88.
I don't know. I think I see a car out of the groove.
Real.
There it comes. Watch out. There it comes.
47 clears up in front of the 88, and then the 47 turned the 53. You don't know how that wasn't a. Well, I guess they did save it. But they were pretty sideways. I think the 53 was facing the grandstands.
Oh, that would have been a caution. All that for.
Going back to live, somehow they escaped with pretty minimal damage. The 53, almost nothing. 88 got pretty severe right front damage. 47, looks like both sides of that front end, both fenders, pretty good crunch. So, yeah, that was interesting. Jeff Price looks like going to be out now. Not sure what happened to Jeff. If we can find it. A lot of slip angle in that 14. Car goes up to the outside wall, slides down to the inside, and alt F4s. Didn't want to cause the caution, I think. So, sportsmanlike move there from Jeff.
David, I'm sorry. I did not mean to skip you.
Yeah, good.
So 10 laps to go now, and they are getting crazier and crazier as the laps wind down.
Well, good job on second, Ian. I hit the wall up here.
Evers, Dilg, and Jackson, still a good battle here. These three have been in a pretty good battle this whole time. Well, not Dilg. He got kind of sent back here by that mess. He's going to go back around the 8. And the highest these guys can get is 9th. Because they got another 12 seconds up to the 8th of Casey Graves. Oh! Ryan Jackson, a bit of a slider up in front of the 8. Still side by side, these guys can't settle it. Oh, the 8 slide almost slid him in the outside wall. It's going to allow the 28 to pull a crossover. Not quite clear into turn 1. And checking in with Blake Giglio. Just took 6 laps to go. Got 3.5 seconds back to Montrose. Running about the same lap times, those two, so gonna take a caution or some other third-party intervention. Michael Edwards about to get passed by Nick Leo, and Edwards still in a tough situation in terms of fuel. So not only is his tires really killing him right now, but he's having a tough time managing this fuel, holding on to a top 5, assuming Leo doesn't get by him. Have to get around the lapped traffic here, the 48 in front. Five laps to go now, 4 for Giglio. Oh, 69 got loose. Back up to Giglio, takes 3 laps to go. Got the lap traffic of 37 of Cliff Mullins, gonna go by around him on the top. Cliff had to get out of the gas, touch the apron right there. So he'll move to the first car lap down. Cliff gonna be really open for a caution at this point. Davis Greenwald trying to make his way up to Casey Graves, 2 tenths behind. He's got 2 laps to go now at the line. There goes Giglio, 2 laps to go, 1 lap away, 1.5 miles from taking the white. We're still trying to hold off the 69 to Nick Leo. Blake Giglio through 3 and 4. Gonna take the white flag right here. 1 lap to go here at Homestead-Miami. Back to the battle for 5th. Michael Edwards defends on the top. Oh, he gave the top to Nick Leo. I don't know if that was a good call. He's got to clear him off too. He does. Quickly, Blake Giglio going to come across the line and win at Homestead-Miami.
Blake, hold on.
Back to second. 2 side by side in the 3 and 4. Off turn 4, and Nick Leo takes the spot in the last corner. Edwards got to make sure he takes it home. And as our last cars come around the track, wraps up our night here at Homestead. Blake
what,
DiMeo
bro?
takes
You
home that
idiot.
checkered flag.
Because you ran me over whenever I got loose, which was my fault, but you could have fixed the brake.
I'll get that voice chat shut off. See if we can get some interviews going here. Yeah, I think that's Blake's 6th win of the season. So, impressive job by Blake. All right, he's gonna blow the motor in that thing. Let's get a word. There it is. Get a word with our 3rd place finisher, Hayden Lowell. Hayden, it's Lucas in the booth. Got me?
Yeah, I gotcha.
Man, took it home in 3rd tonight. Was up front a lot, led some laps. Just kind of had a few mistakes in there. You're gonna end up in 3rd tonight, but still a great run from you, man.
Yeah, finally got a decent run here in the next gen car. It's my weakness in terms of stock cars is this thing. Still can't quite figure it out. Used to stuff with a fixed solid rear axle and a lot of sidewall and tires, so you can kind of slide it around a little bit. It gets, you can kind of drive it off the right rear, and this is the exact opposite of that. So still no clue how to save right rear on this thing. Pit gear, nothing. Bottom, nothing. Top, saves the right rear, burns the right front. No clue what I'm doing. At one point decided, maybe I should not race these guys so hard, and I'll settle down and actually take a good finish instead of pissing myself off by wrecking. But yeah, ultimately brought it home P3 with a podium finish, which is pretty cool, and brought this Napa Auto Parts Chevrolet Camaro back with a fast repair.
Yeah, that's impressive. We had a lot of fast repairs used tonight for only having 1 caution. That's kind of crazy. But yeah, you brought it home without using that fast repair. So good night for you tonight. Got any sponsors you want to thank for the run?
Napa Auto Parts, like I mentioned, Arc Music, C2X, and Madigan Motorsports, as always, would like to thank Load Time for giving me an engine that didn't blow up. You, Lucas, for putting on the broadcast, and also the league. And I think where are we at next week? If we're at a good track next week, maybe I'll show up.
Las Vegas Motor Speedway.
Well, we'll flip a coin, see what happens. But if we're bringing back the, you're gonna
It
bring.
could have been Martinsville.
It could have, but I'm assuming you're gonna bring the Charlotte or Atlanta setup there. Probably, I would assume.
Oh yeah,
so.
our classic 1.5 miles should be out there next week.
We'll give it a shot. We'll see if we can back this up. But yeah, just thank God I didn't wreck.
I'm thinking it too. Well, I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you talking to us. Congrats on that 3rd. We'll see you next week.
We'll see you.
All right, and we'll talk to 2nd place, Ian Montrose. Hey, Ian, it's Lucas in the booth. Got me?
Hey, how's it going, Chip?
Hey, man, just watched a real clean race for you tonight. Took home a 2nd place, 3.5 seconds behind Blake. That's a pretty good night.
Yeah, we started, I think, 20s, I think, somewhere around there, and just slowly made our way through. I felt like the bottom was really OP if you could be patient with it. Felt like you could roll the bottom pretty well, so I just stuck to the bottom the whole night, and to beat Hayden on pace is there's no mean lick. So proud of the effort tonight. Don't think I think Blake was goofing around for a while and then realized I was coming and just bolted right after. It's kind of disheartening to know that you're going balls out and he just pulls out whenever he wants. So, but I don't think I had enough for Blake tonight. But a solid P2, I think, is nothing to be upset about. So.
Absolutely not. With the amount of issues I was seeing tonight, we had a ton of drivers use their fast repair, and while you brought it home, I don't think you had any damage on that 99. So, definitely a good night for you, man. You got anybody you want to thank for the run?
Just thank my teammate Cody. And thank yourself for broadcasting and putting on. Appreciate everybody here at CTC. It was a good race. I was amazed at how little yellows there were tonight, considering it's Homestead. So it was awesome to have a clean race and have something with strategy. And you know, it was always nice to do green flag pit stops and see where you come out and try and work your way back up. So it was a fun night of racing overall. So just appreciate everybody for coming out and appreciate you for putting it on.
Absolutely appreciate it, man. Thanks for talking to us. See you next week.
Take care, dude. Have a good one.
You too. All right. Now we'll talk to Blake Giglio, our winner tonight here at Homestead. Was an up and down night for you, Blake, but ultimately came out on top. How was it?
Yeah, man. Car was good tonight. Setup was really good. Fun to drive. 2 different lines. Strategy. Can't really ask for much more when it comes to these races. So overall, great night for us.
For sure. Looked like you were saving tires that run. Hayden was giving you grief, but you still managed to save him pretty good. Was it kind of tough to save him, or you were having a good time?
Yeah, it was kind of hard because, you know, I knew the first stint when I saved all my hold on, I gotta mute these guys in chat.
They're still talking?
Yeah. So I knew when in that first stint when I saved my tires and got to Hayden, I couldn't pass him, right? He got the top, I couldn't pass. I came out of the pits, I said I gotta do anything I can to not let Hayden get in front of me because he was the only one that knew how to block that top. So I did exactly that and able to save a little bit more than him and catch those guys and wheel on right by him.
Definitely, yeah. I mean, I was surprised at that speed you brought out once you came out of the pits, and even with Montrose, I think he had about 2 lap fresher tires on you. You held that gap, you started pulling away. You did a great job there. So definitely brought a great race car tonight. Some of that speed you had in that 4-cylinder race this weekend, so nice job there.
Oh, yeah. Banging fours, that's what I'm talking about.
Absolutely. Well, you got anybody you want to thank for the win tonight?
Yeah, shout out to you for broadcasting. Obviously, CTC Racing as a whole, all the guys, Artemis, and all the things they do, and they got some decent runs tonight. Low drag, on performance, obviously. Everyone's on there, and everyone helps out every week.
Absolutely, man. Appreciate you talking to us. Congrats on the win. See you next week for Vegas.
Thanks.
All right, that was Blake Giglio in the 16, and got a request for a replay in chat, so take a quick look at that. Lap 43. We'll see if we can go back that far. Indeed, we can. All right, so we're going to be looking at the 20. Lap 43. Do a quick jump here. Okay. Oh, man. All right, so we got a little bit of contact. I think I did see this live. So the way I see this is, I mean, you both met in the middle on the track. It's a weird thing. I've had this happen at Homestead. You wanted to run a little bit lower on the track, as that is kind of the preferred lane for tire saving. So I understand trying to go lower there. But Hayden, he's been running the top, so he just kind of ran a little bit higher. He's used to that, and you both, it was just one of those racing things. He then crowded you up again. Yeah, so that was a little worse. Not gonna lie to you there, that was a little egregious. So there might be some review on that, but the first incident I would call a racing incident. The second one, I don't know what was going on there, but glad you both made it through it. All right, let's take a look at our results after tonight. On screen, Blake Giglio taking home the win. Ian Montrose second, Hayden Lowell third. Andrew Griesbaum takes home a fourth. Nick Leo in fifth after getting the pass on Michael Edwards in that final corner. So Edwards taking home a sixth, but way better than it could have been for Edwards. Nice job taking home almost a top 5 there for him. You got Casey Graves in 7th, Davis Greenwell 8th, Thomas Dilg 9th, Brian Jackson taking home a top 10. And you got Ethan Evers 11th, Quinn Newton 12th, Cliff Mullins 13th, John Nickrich 14th, Dalton Hayes 15th, Kenny Frisbee in 16th, Jake Vianowski in 17th, Jesse J. Jones in 18th, DG Swiss 19th, Jonathan Rains in 20th, Jeff Price 21st, Brian Martin 22nd. Absolutely horrific end of the night for Martin. I feel for you, Brian. It's going to be a tough week next week for you, but I believe Andrew Beach taking home a 23rd, Patrick O'Keefe 24th, and Dave Hoytsma 25th. Thank you all for watching tonight. It was a fun one here at Homestead, but that's going to do it. So we'll see you all next week for Las Vegas Motor Speedway. But until then, good night.